What's going on, everybody? Brad Jost here from the Jurassic Park podcast, and today we have something a little bit special for you guys. We've been doing this for the past few years, the holiday gift guide. And we've done it a little bit differently over the past few years, just kind of going back and forth, giving some of our best gift ideas. Last year, I think we did something a little unique where we tried to like give you guys ideas for all the best Mattel toys that you could fit in within $100, something like that. And this year we're doing a live stream. We're switching it up again. We're doing the back and forth gift ideas. I'm going to be joined by a guest here who you guys know, and you might see him in the chat room already. But yeah, before we get this thing started, before we start giving you all of our unique and interesting holiday gift ideas, hopefully they're interesting for you guys. Maybe you got a little glimpse at them behind me here. But all right, so first off, I'm going to take care of a few things. This week, I don't know if you guys listened to the podcast this week, but it was a good one. Another good one. We got the Jurassic mailbag. It's one of the best segments, I think. Sorry, co-host tonight. But it's definitely it's definitely one of the best segments, along with this other one too as well. And it's the Jurassic mailbag, and it's the final one for 2019. The last Jurassic mailbag for 2019. That's crazy. Got through 12 of them. No, actually probably way less because we were on hiatus a few of those months. All right, but that was a good one. I thought it was really awesome. There was some fun stuff being sent in, some cool voicemails. Somebody did like a little, our buddy Steven did like a quick little like audio drama-y kind of like poem tale kind of thing. It was actually really fun. But go check that one out. Download that if you don't already subscribe to the Jurassic Park podcast. Go download that. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. You can find it on our website, JurassicParkPodcast.com. I also did want to showcase two other things real quick. The first one is my other podcast, Grim Grinning Hosts. We did something really fun this past week. We did a showdown episode. I know a lot of you guys in the live chat are really into the theme parks, and we are always talking theme parks here on the live stream. So it's a theme park podcast, Grim Grinning Hosts. We did a showdown episode, 2 attractions, pitting them against each other. We did Star Tours versus one of the new Star Wars attractions, Smuggler's Run, which is the new Millennium Falcon attraction. So we did those 2 attractions against each other with a few different categories. I think you guys would really like that one. I know we talk Star Wars a lot here. And also, speaking of Star Wars, just wanted to shout out my buddy Ryan, who made a quick cameo in our Halloween episode. And he is also on that Star Wars Grim Grinning Hosts episode. He is doing the Force Cast, and if you guys want to find out more about the newest Star Wars attraction, Rise of the Resistance, he's going to be covering that at a media event down in Walt Disney World. So go check out the Force Cast and his new Disney podcast, Magical Mouse. So go check that out. That's awesome. But I do want to get into our actual episode here. So let me bring in my buddy, Aaron Beyer, and today we have a video of Aaron. What's going on, dude? You're on the live stream.
How's it going, man?
It's going good. Hopefully this is I don't know. If this is not syncing up, let us know. We're doing the best we can. We've had a lot of audio issues and video issues here today. So
we are test running this. As you can see, you might be able to tell I'm coming to you guys in stunning standard definition today.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if this is actually going to work. We'll see. We just kind of are winging it right now. So we'll see if that's going to work. If we have to cut you out, man, I'm just going to drop you, completely throw you off, and I'll just do this, I guess.
It'll happen.
But we have some fun stuff that we want to showcase for you guys today. And like I said, we do this. We've been doing this annually for the past few years now. I think probably, at least I've been doing it every year of the podcast, and I know you joined in the past few years. But yeah, the holiday gift guide. We have a few items. We picked 5 items each. And, some of them are standard things. Some of them are unique things. But I think they're all good ideas for gifts.
Yeah, totally. I kind of know yours. I know you know mine. Yeah, I think it's going to be cool.
Yeah, yeah. You look like you're lagging on my end, so I don't know why that's happening, but
I mean, on my end, I'm like 30 seconds behind, so I don't know.
yeah. Well, if you're watching the live stream, yeah, of course. You were fine. I don't know what happened, but let me try to fix this real quick. All right. I don't know if that's changed anything or not, but all right. So no matter what, live stream lags or not, you're gonna go first here, and you're going to showcase your one of your picks. They're not really like ranked or anything like that, but we're gonna showcase our picks here for you guys. So why don't you go into your first one?
Yeah, so my first one, as you guys know from listening to the podcast, we're huge fans of like Jurassic World Evolution, and we've talked about Jurassic Park the game from Telltale. But a lot of the younger listeners might be into retro gaming, and if you have someone who is into gaming, there's a ton of Jurassic Park games from a long, long time ago. A lot of them are kind of bad, but if if you know someone who has like a Nintendo or a Sega Genesis, there's Jurassic Park by Ocean. There's Jurassic Park Part 2, The Chaos Continues. There's a Lost World game for the Sega Genesis. There's a Lost World game for the PlayStation 1. There is Operation Genesis for the PlayStation 2 and the PC. There's just a ton of Jurassic Park 3 games for like the Game Boy Advance era. I didn't play those, but I know some people that did back in the
Yeah.
day. So, if you know someone who's into retro gaming and likes Jurassic Park, these are probably, cool things for them, especially if they're a younger person.
Yeah, I think it is a new and cool way to at least expose kids to these cool games like this. Like it's I don't know, it might be tough to track down some of these systems if you don't already have a way to play them, but I know myself, I have kept like all my retro systems. I still have a Game Boy. I have my NES. I have Sega. So I could pop these in anytime. And the good thing about these old systems is that they pretty much last. Like you can actually
Yeah.
continue to use them 20 something years later, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, they're still great. I have a friend who actually introduced me to like the concept of like going to thrift stores, and here in the city,
Hmm.
thrift stores are loaded with old consoles. I got a PlayStation 1 for $20 a couple weeks ago. He got a Nintendo for like less than $20. So, these old games, like I said, they're probably not amazing by today's standards at all. And to someone who is maybe new to retro gaming or has never experienced games from the 90s, they're
Yeah.
probably super frustrating because they were frustrating back then. Uh,
Oh yeah. Yeah,
but
just thinking back, like even to the Sega Genesis game, like just thinking how frustrating at times that was.
I played
But
it the other day. It was truly awful. Like,
oh no, I guess it would be awful nowadays when you're used to such fluid gaming. But thinking back, yes, it was frustrating and annoying because like specifically some of the jumping that you had to do, you can never jump far enough at times,
no,
and you always like fall in a hole or whatever it was. But when I got to the end of that game, it was so satisfying, and we are in a good moment, I think, for Jurassic World video games, or video game. But
well,
this is always
there's
a
the
good way
Lego
to
one. There's
return.
game. There's games.
Yeah, there's game. Um, but it's always a good thing to return to something like this. Return to Jurassic Park, you know?
Yeah, I mean, look, you can get any of these games anywhere from like $5 to $70 or $80, depending on if they come with the case, if they come with the old instruction guide. Games used to have instruction guides. Um, so really, like as I just
Yeah.
scroll through eBay here, all I did was type in Jurassic Park video games, and it spits out all of them.
Oh
My
yeah.
personal favorites of the retro are the Ocean Nintendo, the original 8-bit Nintendo version,
Hmm.
and the PlayStation 1, the Lost World game, which actually I played a Genesis Jurassic Park game just the other day, and it's kind of the same thing as the PlayStation 1. Just
Okay.
the PS1 is like the intro of polygons in gaming, right? And the Genesis is like, I don't know, like what do they call it? Pixel art, I guess, is like the best way to describe it.
I guess I don't know.
But yeah, so I think it's a great gift,
Oh
especially if you
yeah.
have like a younger person in the house who maybe you want to like, share part of your childhood with them. This is an awesome gift.
Yeah, and I don't think any of the, I'm not sure. I can't, don't quote me on this, but I don't think any of them are really available on like the new retro systems. You know what I mean? Like the ones that they're actually selling in stores now.
Mm,
I don't think any of the Jurassic Park ones are on there. I may be wrong, but
no, I
um,
mean, I think a lot of these developers have shut down over the years, so like getting licenses is probably not possible. I mean,
mhm.
I'm not going to say that you couldn't like find a way to play it without buying the old cartridge, but there's part of being that retro gamer is having the original hardware to play it and getting that real feel that we experienced back in the 90s and early
Yeah.
2000s.
Yeah, with the retro controller and everything, it's just the best.
Yeah,
Um,
totally.
I don't really have a ton of these, to be honest. I never had PlayStation, the original one, so I don't have that. I think I only have the Genesis version, and the Rampage edition was the follow up, right? It was kind of like a boosted version of that game
I
or something.
think so. I
I
actually only have played the NES version extensively into like the second world because I was terrible at it. So that's about how far I consistently made it through.
yeah.
Um, and I owned the SNES version. There was two of them for SNES, and I've actually never played them. I have an SNES. I have the games. I'm just kind of waiting for a time to like sit down and play them.
Yep.
Maybe here on the channel if people are interested.
Yeah, I've kind of done the same thing. There's a retro gaming store actually not too far away, and I every time I'm in there I search for something cool, and I found the Rampage edition or whatever for that Genesis game, and I bought it, but I haven't set my Genesis up recently, so I've it's just been sitting. Actually, it's literally sitting right over here. But yeah, I'm excited to one day plug in my Genesis and play that.
Yeah, give it a shot. Give it a go.
Awesome. So I guess yeah, and yours is kind of varied price. Pick those up, do whatever you want. Mine, I'm gonna go over to my first pick here, and it's just an obvious choice. I kind of have maybe some of those, but or both of us maybe at times do. But we have the Jurassic World Legacy Collection, Brachiosaurus. I just thought this was a good addition, and a good addition to anybody's collection. This is not just something for the young ones. I think this is something for collectors and adults alike. Like this is a really cool item, and it really appeals to us. I think as collectors, something this massive, this detailed, and something with such awesome. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Something with such awesome key art on the box. Like it's incredible. So this is absolutely like something you want to pick up. Oh, look at that. That's got the Apatosaurus on there. That's funny.
The
On the
proper
box.
key
But
art.
yeah, but I love this. I love this artwork so much on this box. It's like a just a cherished item in the box alone. Not even taking it out, but outside it's just as incredible, I think. And this is something worthy of a holiday present here. So $49.99. It's not too bad. And I know recently there's been some deals and stuff like that, but especially for Black Friday, I think it was like buy one get one half off. So that
What?
was a pretty good deal. But
Oh,
yeah, so this thing is
well,
so beautiful. Target
here's the question
forty
for
nine
you.
ninety
Is this
nine.
thing readily available?
Yeah, man, it's
That's
readily
awesome.
available. Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's let's see here. I don't know what these locations aren't set here, but I was able to have them like sent right to my location here, so that's awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy cool.
Um,
I know for a while it was hit or miss with those.
yeah,
I managed to get one myself. I still don't have it personally. It's waiting for me.
yeah.
So I'm excited to get my hands on mine. I think this would be a great holiday gift.
Yeah, oh, it absolutely is. I think it's perfect. And it's something that's just like nostalgic and just I mean, you could play with this thing for sure, but I think it's just a great piece for collectors and something that sits on a shelf just looking real good. Like it's just and it's a, for like the holiday season, you kind of want something like big and massive and that this thing like sells that perfectly.
Well, it's funny when you said that this is 49.99. Like when we were kids, 49.99 got you the entire command compound with like the electrical computer and all the fences and all the pieces and all the eggs.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not saying this isn't a great deal because by today's standards, for $50, like this is a huge dinosaur. But it's
Yeah.
just crazy, like where we've come and like you know getting that compound back in '93 and yet I'm still talking about Jurassic Park for Christmas, all the 20 some years later.
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh man, I didn't get anything Jurassic this Christmas. Oh shucks. But, you know, put this on your list. It's a nice easy pickup. And like I said, I've seen them at Targets. I saw one the past few times I've gone to Target. I saw several at a different Target. So, and I've seen one Target I saw online, specifically had like 5 of them still on the shelf. And that's crazy. So, I mean, they went like wildfire initially, but I think there's, the second round, the third round have been hitting the shelves. So nothing to
That's
worry
awesome.
about there.
That's awesome.
But yeah, $49.99 Brachiosaurus. Don't miss it. So yeah, why don't we move into your next pick, which is also along the same
Also
lines.
by Mattel, keeping in line with the Mattel's done an awesome job this year. I wouldn't say it's been as like heavy hitting as it was the year previous, but there was a movie 2 years ago and there's not one this year. I'm going to say the next thing would be the Jurassic World Indominus Rex. The Destroy and Devour. My page isn't loading here for some reason, but yeah, the Destroy and Devour Indominus Rex, I believe is 29 or 39.
39. I think it's got a deal going on right now, but yeah, it's usually $39.99.
It is a great figure.
Mm-hmm.
It can swallow humans. It's got a throat that lights up for some reason, but like cool, it's got those grabbing arms, the big chomp. I've got mine like on my dresser, like fighting a T-Rex. So,
Yeah.
I love this figure. I'm pretty stoked to have it in my collection. And I can imagine that, any other, especially like a younger Jurassic Park fan would love to have it in their collection as well.
Yeah, I mean, it is a collector's worthy item. I think it's something that looks kind of beautiful on a shelf, but this thing, more than any other toy that they've released,
Well, it's meant to be played with. This one,
it's meant to be played with, and it's just like every image is this thing in action, and just it's perfect for play. But this is absolutely, if you're shopping for somebody in your family, pick this thing up. If you see this on the shelves, don't miss it. This one, on the other hand, I feel like has been a little bit more difficult to find.
Really?
But I'm sure you could track it down somewhere. I wouldn't worry about it too much. But yeah, this is such an awesome one, and definitely one of my favorites in the collection.
I mean, if you're here in Canada, this thing is pretty readily available at like a Toys R Us. But the problem is in Canada, like this thing is like a $70 toy. So like,
oof, yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy ridiculous. Most things in Canada are like double the number for whatever reason. But it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a good one though, and it's definitely also a bigger item, and it looks beautiful in the packaging. The old Dino Rivals stuff, that's my favorite. You're starting to see the Primal Attack stuff come out now and be shipped out, and I don't know, they may be hitting shelves. I'm not too sure about that, but people are getting them at least. So Dino Rivals is starting to be a thing of the past, unfortunately, but it just looks so beautiful in that box.
ToysRUs.ca has that new Carnotaurus, which I would love to see that in person. Not sure
things.
if I want to add another Carnotaurus to my collection, but this one's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm hearing good things about that thing. I have not picked it up yet, but maybe eventually. Yeah, but let's move on here to the next one. So this is mine, and this is actually one that I already own. And I got it, I believe, for my birthday this year. So it was a gift for me. And that is this awesome like tattoo art print sheet. Now it sounds interesting, sounds strange, right? But I just think it's super cool. I think it's a beautiful piece, and once you see it, I don't know if it's behind me or not. There we go. Once you see it back there, it's just awesome. Like it's got such cool, unique design to it. This artist, Davis Ryder, took their own designs here. And this is exactly something you would see in a tattoo shop for those, like, usually they're like cheaper flash tattoo prints where you could just get them like $30 or something like that, put them on your arm, or wherever. But I love seeing like all of this thing on an art print like style thing. I've actually never seen that before. So this was actually pretty unique to me. I think my sister picked this up for me for my birthday, and I was like, oh my God, this is actually like really something unique and different that I've never seen before as far as Jurassic's concerned. You always see people with like cool tattoos and stuff like that, but I've never seen tattoo artwork put onto an art print like this. And I think it's pretty awesome. Like, you see this thing behind me here, $16 for an 11 by 14. That's awesome. And it looks
Yeah.
like they're shipping out pretty quick here. And my favorite thing on this is it's got to be the Ian Malcolm head. Like that, it's like super unique, kind of like robotic looking, like it's just like crazy. I don't know. It's awesome. It looks like Terminator or something, even though it's just
a flare like in the middle of his head. Yeah.
I feel like it's like a laser eye or something, but like, yeah, it's just that's super unique, and I've never seen an art style like that for Jurassic. And that is just really, really cool and unique looking. So I love that. I love the Dilophosaurus, the park gates. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, I really dig this. I mean, I'm not a big tattoo guy, so these are the perfect place to have tattoo style art. Yeah, this is something totally worth picking up, 100%.
Yeah, okay, so it's not really loading for me either, but I was gonna see what else the person does, but doesn't want to load. Nightmare Before Christmas, Stranger Things, spooky art. Of course, none of these are loading, but at least the main image is here. But $16, like that's not bad, and it's a trustworthy seller here on Etsy. And I have the thing, and it looks beautiful, and I don't have a frame yet, but I got to get that thing up on the wall. It's just awesome, and it's super unique. So I hope you guys like that one. I want to check out some of these other ones. Let me see here. Stranger Things. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool. You'll probably get it in a second. It's kind of like the Ian Malcolm style for all of the Stranger Things cast. That's really cool too. Also $16. Man, that's awesome.
Sorry. Yeah, that's really cool work.
Nice. All right, so that is mine. Why don't we move on to yours, which is the film?
It's so dumb. So dumb. All right. So oh no, I clicked off of it. Okay, never in a million years would I tell anybody to pick this up for really anyone, but I'm totally getting this myself because finally, we have movie covers that reflect the original logo poster art, and those can be found in the Jurassic World 5 movie collection. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, but why would I get this 5 movie collection for $50 when there's going to be a 6 movie collection in like 2 years? The answer is simply for these pieces of paper inserted in the 4K Blu-ray disc set. But, you get just the covers. They're each individually packaged inside this set. The Jurassic Park cover is just that black with the red logo. The Lost World, the stone with the red logo. Jurassic Park 3, and unfortunately, it's the T-Rex logo, which I get for uniformity. We all love. But I thought it would have been cool to go back with that Spinosaurus just for having the original logo. Yeah. The Jurassic World logo, the stone in the fog, the Fallen Kingdom, the stone with the lava sparks. This set is awesome. The only thing it's missing is the 3D versions of all the movies that have come out. We've had other box sets that included 3D versions, but all 5 movies in 4K. A lot of you out there probably went and got a 4K TV to like on Black Friday or something like that.
Yeah.
Don't watch Jurassic Park streaming. Go out for $54 on Amazon, $54.99. You can get all 5 movies in the highest quality 4K possible. Not streaming, direct feed to your television. Like, you will absolutely not regret this. I think this is a great buy. I mean, it's like, look, it's like you get a great deal on 4 Jurassic Park movies, and then they throw in Jurassic Park 3 for free.
Oh, come on. You had to go and do that, huh?
I had to. You get each Jurassic Park movie for like $12, and then they throw in the 3rd one for free. It's totally worth it.
Sure. I wish I hadn't rushed out and gotten the I guess honestly, is it? I don't even know. No, I think it's just a 4 version set that I got initially when they came out in 4K, I believe. And I have that version. It's a beautiful version or whatever, but I have no 4K player, so I can't play them. I have the 4K TV, but I have no player. So I kind of wish I waited for this one because this comes with the 4K plus Blu-ray. So you have both options there, at least for the time being, until you upgrade to the 4K player or 4K TV, whatever the option is. And it comes with a digital code too. But you're right. This is perfect version, I think, at least because of those covers. Everything else is like something weird. Like you see, I don't know if you can see it because it's kind of behind me, but the disc images that they use, like the one for Fallen Kingdom is just that odd like key art that they use for that with the gyrosphere and Owen and Claire like running. It's just like so weird, and like that's a lot of the stuff that's used, or also the Jurassic World one with the raptors running next to Owen on the bike, and that's super weird looking art. So this is perfect because you actually get the real covers, which is just awesome. And yes, Jurassic Park 3 is a little different. I always go back and forth actually whether I like this version better. I like the uniformity for sure, but I do like the individuality of the Spinosaurus. But I'm never like settled on which one I like better. I think I might lean towards the T-Rex, but I'm still not sure.
Well, I only lean towards the T-Rex because when I was a kid, I was disappointed that they put the Spinosaurus on the cover.
Sure.
And then like now as an adult, as like a completist or like someone who wants original cover art, I want the original cover art.
Yeah,
so like,
yeah.
I'm kind of torn too. I have been saying forever that these are the covers I want on the movies, and like we finally have them. I only wish that this was like a 6-movie collection that includes I'm going to say Trevorrow's trilogy. Like, even though Bayona directed the last one, like I still feel like this is Trevorrow's trilogy going on right now.
Sure.
But this has all the original covers to date, and hopefully, they'll continue that in the future. And I honestly don't think they will. So to me, like this is the version to get. And I think the cover for the whole thing, like we haven't mentioned it, but the lava on the front of this case is really, really cool.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. The second I saw this, before realizing what was inside, that lava case is really, really unique and awesome. And yes, it's specifically Fallen Kingdom vibes going on there.
Right.
But it's, and it has the world logo instead of the park, but it's still awesome. It's still something super unique, and it's not just some, knockoff poster art, and specifically a lot of the actual, like, I don't know, I think there were Blu-rays recently, those hideous Blu-ray covers that came out recently.
They're so nasty.
They're
so bad.
Yeah, this is good. That's actually good art there. And I see the discs actually, they go back and forth. The 4K versions have the poster art kind of style, and the Blu-rays look like they just have the straight black discs there. So, but this is awesome. And this one, what was the price on that? $54.99. So
$54.99. Like I said, you buy 4 movies, you get 1 for free in this, and I think it's a great deal. I was actually going to pass on this. I've actually collected almost every single North American release of the Jurassic movies in every format and every case. So like those nasty ones that you're talking about, I went out and bought them. Because
why?
Because I need to be part of the problem, Brad. Like, you understand? In order to get these beautiful cases, I had to go spend $30 on complete trash. So
yeah.
I did my part, and I wasn't gonna buy another set, but like I can't pass these up. I bought the garbage, Brad. I have to get these ones, and hopefully I get them.
Yeah, and I don't think they come with like any extra bonus features or anything like that. But if you look on the back, it does say Return to Jurassic Park, 6-part documentary, the making of Jurassic Park 1 through 3, Spielberg directs Jurassic Park storyboards, deleted scenes, a visit to ILM, welcome to Jurassic World All Access Pass, Chris Pratt's Jurassic Journals, On Set with Chris and Bryce, Dinosaurs Roam Once Again, The Birth of the Indoraptor, Death by Dino, and Malcolm's Return, and much more. So yeah, the Jurassic World, the Jurassic World stuff is usually pretty slim. The Jurassic Park stuff is usually pretty awesome. But this
I totally
is good.
agree.
This is good. All right, so that's that. Let's move on to the next one, and that is mine. And this is something I just just so happened to stumble upon. I do love a good Jurassic sweatshirt. I've been wearing one recently. It's just a Christmas one, and I love this thing. It's not hooded or anything like that. And you're probably blocking it. Let me actually. Yeah, that's literally. Yeah, that's literally the sweatshirt right there.
Yeah.
That's funny. And I also have another one. It's actually like, I think it's like a Fallen Kingdom, and it's funny because like I got it for Christmas last year, and it's a this is a hooded one, but I opened it. I'm like, oh, this is awesome, very cool, thank you so much. I forget. I think my aunt gave it to me, and then I put it off to the side. And then like later, I was looking at it. I'm like, I didn't even realize this was a Jurassic World sweatshirt. So it was very covert. This, on the other hand, is not at all. It's straight in your face. Jurassic Park. What?
You straight know what this is. It's
oh
awesome.
yeah. It's very cool. I love this one. This comes from Hot Topic. Oh man, the zoom on this is crazy. But I love this. It's kind of that old retro style. The faded logo, the faded artwork there. I really love like the Rex with stuff behind it, and specifically that old like Kenner style, retro Jurassic Park style. It looks beautiful with the helicopter in the sun, giving off some like Kong Skull Island vibes, or Force Awakens with the TIE fighters. It's kind of like, it's really cool. I love this.
Yeah, it's definitely really cool. I actually really dig the helicopter in the background. It's really neat. Kind of gives a little bit of extra life to that standard logo that we've had for 25 years now.
Yeah, you're right, because the standard logo, if it like kind of cuts off at the very bottom of that circle, like that's the old logo. And then it actually like goes a lot more beyond that, and you see the mountainscape, the fading sunset and the sun there, and then the helicopter there. That is it's super unique, and it's, yes, this is a simple one. It's literally just a sweatshirt. Nothing special, but I really, really love the design. And, if I saw this, as a gift for me, I would just absolutely love it. But yeah, nothing too much to say about this. Right now it looks like they have a deal, but this is only for, I guess, maybe 3 hours. So hop on this right now if you want to. But I mean, really, it goes up $10 or so after that, so it's still not too bad. But you got a bunch of different sizes there. And I mean, honestly, look around this site. If you guys ever heard of Hot Topic before, look around this site. It's a unique website, guys. Like honestly, Hot
Topic used to be like the scary store when I was a young kid.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, Harry Potter and Jurassic Park and Nintendo and stuff. So they've definitely changed over the years, and I'm glad to see they got Jurassic in there now.
Like this one that I have up here now, like this is a different one. It looks really awesome. It's like super retro. It literally says 1993 tour, and it's got that awesome. It's honestly like very unique Raptor art style here. It looks like it's straight like an image of the animatronic. And that's really cool. Is that the Lost World style? I can't really tell.
The Lost World. Yeah. That's the Lost World Raptor for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's interesting. It's a nice matchup of different stuff there, but it's still Jurassic Park. It's still awesome. But that's something different that wasn't really on my list, but I just so happened to see that when I was scrolling through. But like I said, there's always something good, at least. Oh no, is this one? This is pretty unique. Oh man, there's a lot of interesting stuff. Oh, that's kind of cool. Jurassic World, like Mosasaurus. Yeah, you could spend probably way too long skimming through here, so I won't really bore you too much on that. But yeah, head to Hot Topic and pick that one up, and you got 3 hours and 51 minutes to pick up that as of this live stream recording. But let's move on to your next one here, which we're gonna go back over to Amazon for something pretty cool.
This actually is probably, I'm going to say this is probably like the most unique thing that I put on the Christmas shopping list this year, the holiday shopping list. Brad, were you the kind of kid that used to stick stickers all over everything when you were like, let's say, a teenager?
Yeah.
Okay. I was totally that kid, and I regret sticking all those Crash Bandicoot stickers on my snowboard because I would really love to cover them up with all these Jurassic Park and Jurassic World stickers. And for like $7, you can get, would you say there's dozens of different stickers here?
Oh my God. It's insane. There's so many different stickers. There's a mix of Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, different variations of Jurassic Park. It's really awesome. And actually, I just noticed that this one like Jurassic World floral-y looking one with like a little baby dinosaur in there off to the
Yeah.
right towards the top. I just
Okay.
saw that on a sweatshirt on Hot Topic. So,
Oh, yeah.
hey, what's going on here? This is awesome.
Well, so here's the thing. I think that these are like bootlegs, like because it's all totally legit iconography and like all the stuff that you've seen. Like it's definitely got like Blue is there, the T-Rex is there, all these different like there's like the Jurassic Park University or whatever. There's all these different things that you guys have seen in the art scene, that's been officially released, but like nowhere on this is it like, oh, and licensed by Mattel or anything. It's just by some random person selling stuff on Amazon.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is something I totally want for the holidays, and I think I'm gonna cover up the old Crash Bandicoot stickers on the old snowboard.
Oh no. That made me laugh really hard because when you said like, "Hey, did you used to do this?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I was going to say on my snowboard. Like that was like the spot to put all the stickers
It's
and yeah, I like literally every time I came across like a cool sticker, I was like, "All right, this I'm saving this for my snowboard because that's where all the cool ones go."
right,
Oh
which
god.
is funny because like as I got older, I'm like, oh, I need a new snowboard because I don't really want to be the 35-year-old guy with Crash Bandicoot stickers on his snowboard, but I would definitely be the 35-year-old guy with all these Jurassic Park stickers on my snowboard
You
for
know,
sure.
I couldn't even tell you which ones are on mine currently, but
Oh,
it's the
I
same
I know
one.
that
I
they're
still
Crash
have it.
Bandicoot because I got them in a PlayStation 1 like game or something, and I just was like, well, these are going on my snowboard. And so it's like the only stickers I ever got to put on it. And so they're not even like nice and like collaged on there. They're just randomly placed. Like I couldn't even like layer
Yeah.
them. I just like randomly stuck them in like to like disperse them. Like I was trying to like make a point. I don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah, these are totally cool, and I would definitely suggest picking these up for, especially for like a teenager who's into this. This is awesome.
Yeah, and this actually says 75 pieces. So there's
That's a lot of
70
stickers.
75 different stickers in here. Um I guess $7.59. So seems
Why
like a
not?
deal.
It's a great deal. I think even if you go back like into the listing, there's actually different quantities you can get. I think there was a listing for like $4 that probably got you
Well,
fewer pieces, but
sure.
um, I think this is better than any stickers I've seen like in stores for Jurassic. So
Oh,
this got me
100%.
pretty stoked.
Yeah. And it's got some good reviews on there, so that's good. But these are awesome. I've seen these floating around before, so at that price, I might have to, I might have to pick these up.
I'm
I don't know
gonna
what I
pick
do.
these
What
up.
do I do with stickers nowadays? I don't really.
I don't I don't know. Like what would I do with stickers nowadays? There's nothing I would do with them.
I'm more of like a pin person now, or a magnet, or something like that. But I guess I don't want
Yeah,
to
I
like
went into
tarnish.
patches. So
Yeah, I don't want to tarnish my stuff anymore. But I got to find a place for like good stickers like this. But those are awesome. Those are super unique.
yeah, they're super cool.
All right, so moving on to the next one. What is this? Okay, this is somewhat of an obvious one, I guess you could say. This is for Jurassic World Live Tour, guys. I can't help but mention them. I know we talk about Jurassic World Live Tour a lot here on the live stream and the podcast. Aaron, me and you talked about them quite a bit extensively on the
All the
last
time.
Jurassic
All
Wire. But yeah, and we got to see this together, which was really cool.
Yep.
But this thing is still touring around, and I know it's already hit a lot of places already. So this kind of doesn't benefit everybody out there, but please give this a shot. Go give it a look, and try to get tickets for somebody in your family, for yourself, even buy yourself a present. It's worth it. Sorry, I'm scrolling through kind of quick here. I just wanted to go to the tickets. So let's see, where are we at? We have Indianapolis still, Huntsville, Alabama, Nashville. So yeah, they're still going all over the place, and a bunch of dates actually were just announced. Let me push this forward real quick. But a bunch of dates were just announced here, and this thing's still going to be going well into 2020, I believe. Yeah, they have pre-sale alerts. So if you're in Canada, they're going to start doing the sales for those. If you're in the Northwest, or anywhere in the West, really, it seems like they're pretty much going to your areas. So definitely check it out, because I don't know if everybody here noticed, but they did release all these new dates on the West Coast and everything like that. Texas, California, lots of Texas, randomly Rhode Island, a bunch in Canada.
Why randomly Rhode Island?
Well, because it's like, hey, we're in California, we're in Texas, we're in Rhode Island, we're in Canada. It's just like you're just randomly going over to Rhode Island after.
Hey, people in Rhode Island like Jurassic.
I know that. That's fine. Like they should absolutely get the chance. But I'm saying, like, it just seems like a random pit stop. They should have done that maybe a different point in the timeline here. But I guess you can only get to the Dunkin' Donuts Center, Providence, August 28th through the 30th of 2020. But yeah, there's a lot of dates, and then they're coming back to the East Coast. It looks like a little bit, and going back in the middle. So they're all over the place. This tour is very confusing. So definitely check it out, scope it out, so you know where they're going to be going. If you need to do an IOU, do it, because like some of these aren't on sale yet. I don't really know when they're going to go on sale, but at least they are on sale through April of next year. So I would definitely do this, because it is certainly a worthwhile thing. You can treat it as canon if you want, even though the director of Jurassic World says otherwise. But it's
canon.
It's
darn it, make it canon.
It's worthwhile, and like honestly, if we look at the tickets here, let's go. I just clicked on Philadelphia. Find tickets. If you purchase by seat, let's see here. We got prices up in the nosebleeds of like a hockey arena. You got $20 to $40. You got $34 to $175. So yeah, they can be pretty high right there with the 175 tickets, plus $36 per ticket fees and stuff like that. There's always these fees. It's not just Jurassic World Live Tour, guys. It's everything. But $20 if you need to get these at the back of the stadium, I'm sure it's perfectly fine, because this is a big, massive show. Great sound system, great effects that you can see from anywhere. So yeah, get tickets, and don't be. Oh, look at that, $16. You're getting even better. These are like the farthest, I guess, away from the stage. But like I said, you can see that stage from everywhere. But not bad for the prices, at least. Go pick those up. I'm telling you guys, don't miss this show. You may have seen stuff online thinking it's corny or something like that, but it is at times, but it's part of the fun. It's awesome. Don't miss this.
It's corny, but like in the sense that going back now and watching like Lois and Clark, for me, feels a little corny after like being exposed to like Man of Steel and Superman Returns. But honestly, like,
yeah,
it's corny for like 30 seconds, and then once you get immersed in it, and once you like kind of accept what you're watching, like it's totally awesome and enjoyable, and like you don't even think about how, like, I would say, geared towards kids and family that it really is, right? Like once you get into it and the dinosaurs are out there and the punches are being thrown, like you're in it, and it feels like a Jurassic Park movie. Like it's fantastic.
Yeah, and it's got a great storyline, something that will really hook you. It's got action, it's got heart. It's awesome, and canonically speaking, I think it has some really great additions to the timeline.
I think it has some really cool additions to the timeline. So
stuff we're not getting anywhere
out there
else.
And support it.
Yeah. So that is mine, and like I said, that can range you anywhere from like $16 to $175 plus all those fees, but it's worth it. If you want to get those front row seats, pay the $175. It'll probably be up to over $200 at the end of it, but heck, if you got the money, go do it. So let's move on to, I think this is your last one, actually. What do we got
here? This is my last one. Now, you could spend $175 at Jurassic Park Live Tour or Jurassic World Live Tour, and it would be totally worth it.
Yeah.
Or you could spend $150 on a piece of paper. And what I'm talking about is going over to eBay and just typing in Mondo Jurassic Park or Jurassic World prints. And everything that Mondo's ever released is over there on eBay. Unfortunately, you're talking about third-party sellers at this point, because all of these things are out of print. But honestly, for like a huge fan, these are great prints to get. They're unique. They're not like the poster art from like the theaters. Some of my favorite ones, there's like the bottleneck Mondo print of like the T-Rex chasing the Jeep. I think that's my all-time favorite one that's ever been done. There is the Japanese Jurassic Park poster with the Jurassic Park logo that says Jurassic Park in Japanese, and I'm assuming it says an adventure 65 million years in the making. There is the Tyler Smith Jurassic Park art print. There is the uh, let's see, there's the one of them like digging up the bones still. There's this like orange island with like kind of like a collage of characters in it. There's this one's not Mondo, but it's under here. The print by John Barry Ballaran. It's a private commission, but it's got like the Indominus like stalking the gyrosphere. There's the Mondo brachiosaurs with like the person in the tree like feeding the brachis. Let's see. There's a Velociraptor like stat sheet. There's a Jurassic Park like collage characters. There's a Jurassic Park of like the T-Rex is made out of leaves, and there's like Brachiosaurus coming out. There's like anything that you can imagine that Mondo or like Bottleneck has done. They're all there on eBay. The prices, I would say, they're higher than what they were originally, if you could get one originally, which is like almost impossible. I would say like US, some of these are around $70, $80, $90. I think that's a really nice gift. You know, it's a lot less expensive than like, let's say something from Chronicle or Sideshow or Iron Studios. And, you know, I have the Mark Engler Jurassic World poster on my wall from like Comic-Con, and I absolutely love it. It's a beautiful addition to my office. So this is totally something, you know, definitely, I wouldn't say for kids, but this is definitely something for the adult collector, you know, on your list that you have to buy for.
Yeah, absolutely. I just pulled up here listings that have already sold. So yeah, this first one though, I gotta say, sometimes Mondo and plenty of other artists or art companies or whatever they are. I don't know why this happens so often, but there's a lot of like essentially tracing of like stock, you know, stuff that Jurassic has, like stock images of the T-Rex or
Right.
you know, whatever
Right.
it may be. It's usually the T-Rex, and this one right here that's at the top.
Yeah, like
It's
not my
exactly that.
favorite.
And for $249, that's a
I,
bit steep for that one, I think
that's
specifically.
crazy for that one.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But look, I mean, you know, a lot of times when these are for sale, you try, you fail, and you're like, I'm never gonna be able to get that again. That's it. It's gone. It's all gone. You know, and they'll post at noon.
Yeah.
Selling the Jurassic Park poster, and then 12:02 they're like sold out, and you're like, I didn't even get to log on yet.
Yeah.
So this is definitely a good opportunity if you're that interested in getting these ones. Like honestly, this one that I have here, kind of like in the middle of the screen, this one here is, I think it's one of the best ones, and it's pretty. I don't know if I can get a bigger picture here.
Which one? It's like describe it to me, because I'm not seeing.
Yeah, sorry, I know it should be there. I'm gonna see the original listing here. It's not showing up. But it's the one with like the T-Rex in the middle with the banner. You know, dinosaurs rule the earth, and it's got the characters in blue and stuff like that. That is oh, here we go. That's not very big, but it's just such a unique style, and I think for $115, that's not that bad, you know, versus it was probably like $50 to $80, I don't know, initially.
Like on Mondo, they're like 40 when they usually drop, but I mean the odds of you getting one are slim to none. So
yeah,
you know, there's one, I mean, I think this is crazy expensive. There's the Rich Kelly print with Muldoon being stalked by all the raptors, like that one's like going for like, I show 400 Canadian, and I'm like, no, way too expensive. It's such a cool print, but I think it's way too expensive. I think there are definitely some really cool ones for like a more reasonable 80 to 100 US
sure
on the website.
This one here of the T-Rex, like coming down from the top of the poster and eating the island, essentially, $499. Ooh,
that's crazy.
That is
crazy for a poster.
Huge. Yeah, that's a big markup. But honestly, like this Jurassic Park one, it's a good looking piece. It's definitely got copies of, you know, stuff we've seen before, artwork we've seen before, images we've seen before. It's $60. Like that's not too bad, but that's a good one. It looks nice. But yeah, I always forget to kind of go back and see like what they're costing now. Honestly, this one right here, this one is one that I really loved in the center of the screen. It's just the white background with the T-Rex head, the fossil head, and it turns into like a floral design with like a tree line with the Brachiosaurus
Right.
sticking out. That is beautiful. I think that's awesome, and that's something new and different. Only $42. Like honestly, I'm mad that I missed this because
Yeah,
that's
that's
good.
actually the original. That's probably the original cost. So, I have this Jurassic Park print by Ken Taylor. It's one of the original Mondo Jurassic Park prints. It's of like the T-Rex, and it's in that very detailed forest. And then there's like the little hidden cryo can. That thing, I show it here at 226 Canadian, which I didn't pay
Hmm.
anywhere near that when that was out. So like as time goes on, these things get more expensive because they get more rare. But if you have the opportunity or you have the means, definitely jump on one of these for like a big collector in your life.
Yeah, I do really love this one of them digging up the raptor fossil.
Yeah, it's so
Um,
good, isn't it?
yeah, it's Jurassic Park, but it's also obscure enough. It's not the
Right.
logo. It's not something like that. It's really unique. I really love that.
Yeah, it's
That's a good
totally
one.
cool. It's original art based off of an actual shot from the movie and not
Hmm.
necessarily like key art or a logo or I don't know. And it's all original artwork. It's not tracings, which like you said, some of these are just straight up tracings.
Yeah, and the interesting one here, this Matt Ferguson Jurassic Park T-Rex chasing the Jeep on that like angled horizon there.
I love that print.
Beautiful, dude. That is beautiful. But that's like the Chronicle T-Rex. It's like literally the same T-Rex somehow, just in art
Oh
form.
yeah, I
It's
guess it
so
kind of is, isn't it?
it's so strange how I think he said he didn't copy it or something like that, but it is
Mhm.
identical. Like it is, you line them up next to him, it looks exactly the same.
Right.
But that's interesting. But I do love that one, and I think when you can kind of forgive and forget like stuff like that, um, that's awesome. But some of them, like honestly, that head-on T-Rex shot that is constantly used in marketing all over the place for some odd reason. It's the
I don't
most
know why.
hideous thing. And then to have that be listed for $45 on Mondo, it's just like, oh God, we got to make better choices here. That's bad.
Well, and then there's the one where like there was even a controversy on Twitter over it where they took like that terrible shot from Jurassic World where the T-Rex breaks through the skeletons and they just like took its head and like pasted it over a Jurassic Park image. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's just so bad. But if you can find the right print at the right price, I think eBay, even though eBay kind of stinks for this kind of stuff, I think it's a it's like the lesser of all evils for getting this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, if you missed out and you thought it was something you'd never be able to get again, or somebody that really loved it as a gift, that's fine. You spend a little bit more maybe, but that's okay. It's a gift for somebody for this holiday season, so do it. But
Absolutely. Now you got one other thing, or you got a couple more?
no, this is the last one here, so we're gonna move over to my final one. And this is like an oddball choice here, but I wanted to throw it to Disney Plus. You're like, why? Why are we doing this? Well, we're throwing it to Disney Plus for a few reasons, I guess. There's plenty of dinosaur content, but you got the world according to Jeff Goldblum, who's behind me. Hey, um, there he is. Um, it's a great show. Do you have Disney Plus, Aaron?
I do have Disney Plus. I've only seen the first two episodes. I've seen through Ice Cream. So what is that? One and two?
Yeah, I guess so. What was the third one? Um,
I don't know.
uh, yeah, oh, wait, what'd you say? You saw tattoos and ice cream?
No, I saw Sneakers and Ice
Oh,
Cream.
sneaker. Oh, okay. So the next one was tattoos. That's what it was.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Tattoos. That was a pretty.
Did Jeff Goldblum get a tattoo?
I'm not gonna spoil the episode for you,
Oh,
but it's a great episode, and he ends up back in his hometown in Pittsburgh, and it's really cool. It's such a unique show, I think. Because you want to get that insight from him and
right.
see like how he reacts to everything. It's not super deep or anything. It's pretty superficial, but it's just fun. And
Yeah.
you like seeing how he reacts to this stuff because so much of this is like new to him somehow. Like the sneaker episode alone. Like he was so shocked about all the work that went into building sneakers and stuff like that. I just loved it. And then also like specifically the sneaker unboxings, which I was like enamored by his reactions to the unboxings because like
Like,
you know
why would anybody want to watch someone open something?
I know because like we do that here on the channel and I'm like I felt felt so familiar and to see him be like, oh, what do we have here? Oh, we've got a black sneaker with a cheetah print on the inside, or like whatever it was. And it's just like it's so funny to see him do that. And I would literally watch an unboxing channel with Jeff Goldblum, but for $6.99, I feel like I feel like this is worth it alone. For honestly for that show. And yes, Disney and Universal not the same property here, but like it's worth it for Jeff Goldblum and he does talk about there are some little references to dinosaurs and Jurassic here and there, especially even in the tattoo episode. So I'm interested to see where it goes from there. But it is fully worth it. And actually, the graphic that I have here, let me actually bring that front and center for you guys. Give me 1 second here. But I wanted to, because this is something I noticed, I wanted to showcase this here. It actually has, I think, everything that we're going to be seeing from this show. And there's a lot of stuff on here because we got tattoos. There's an image of tattoos. You got an image of ice cream. You got one for sneakers. And then we also have gaming, cosmetics, denim.
Games or like board games?
It looks like video games. It's got a game controller.
Oh, I want to know what Jeff Goldblum thinks about gaming.
I know. Dude, I can't wait to hear him talk just even about jeans. Like, oh yes, look at these jeans. Oh, they're so nice. Like, I don't know what he would say about jeans.
He's so wonderfully quirky. And like, I will say one of the critiques of this show that I've heard on other podcasts, it's like, it's not like one of those shows that like makes you want to like, you don't like leave loving the subject matter. Like a lot of these shows like kind of trick you into thinking that you love the subject matter, but it's his quirkiness. And the show brings like, you're not going to leave like being like a sneaker expert or an ice cream expert, but you'll learn something, along the way. And it's a fun little nostalgia trip for, anything that you do happen to be into. Like he was talking about, they would talk about ice cream and like what you remember from your childhood. And like, I definitely remember ice cream being a part of my childhood. I remember like, I have like really good memories tied to that. So it's a really cool thing. And I'm excited to learn about these other weird things that Jeff Goldblum, I shouldn't even say weird things, these normal things.
So normal, dude.
Yeah. Coffee. I can't wait to see Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Coffee.
It's like my favorite part of my day.
The world, pools, bicycles, barbecue, RVs, like that's awesome. I can like picture the RV version of like him just like stepping into the smallest RV possible, but also like the biggest, most extravagant one, and just seeing that people live in it. Like, I don't know what the world's going to be about, but that'll be an interesting one. I will for sure watch him sip some coffee. But when I saw that, and there's also jewelry too, it looks like. When I saw these images here, I was like, oh, I actually didn't notice that might be what we're talking about here. So that would be pretty cool. And gaming would be awesome to see. I'm interested to see if these are topics that he does touch on. That would be really, really cool.
Yeah. Now, what I think is great about Disney Plus is that they not only have like, what is it? You said $6.99 a month, but they actually have like, I think like totally giftable values. Like I think you can get the whole year for like 60 or something, or you can get like multiple years for even a bigger break than that. So, and it's not just Jeff Goldblum, right? There's The Mandalorian, which is fantastic. There's going to be all these Marvel shows, more Star Wars shows coming out. My wife is watching the one with Kristen Bell right now. Yeah. And then I've even been watching like some of those old Disney Channel shows that like I used to watch. Jeez, I wasn't even a young kid when some of these were on. Like I've been watching like Even Stevens, and I was like way too old.
Me too, dude.
Watching Even Stevens. I've been watching like Phil of the Future in my spare time. So like it's definitely a fun nostalgia trip. This new streaming app. It's a lot of fun.
So I'm in the app right now. And just checking it out, just because I wanted to see what else you could possibly be interested in this fandom at least.
Sure.
you have Dinosaur, the animated movie from 2000. So that's on there.
Yep.
You got, let's see here, a documentary, Bizarre Dinosaurs. Which dinosaurs were the strangest of the strange, and how did they get that way? That sounds cool. It's a 47-minute documentary. You got The Good Dinosaur, Pixar movie. I liked it. I know a lot of people didn't love it, but this is an opportunity to check it out because I know it didn't do great in the box office because of the bad buzz and stuff. But I think it was fun. And then so I typed dinosaur into the search, and it also gave me Chicken Little. Not a movie I've ever seen, but
Sure, why not?
it also gave us Meet the Robinsons. I know there is a T-Rex in that movie. Makes a lot of sense. But it also gave us The Finest Hours with Chris Pine. And it's based on a true story of the Coast Guard's most daring rescue.
A mosasaurus in it?
I don't know. I don't know why that's listed there, but it is. Let's see. What if I type in Jurassic? Anything happen? Anything? No, nothing pops up. But I know that the Imagineering story, which is like a theme park,
Documentary, right?
yeah, documentary showcasing the building of the Disney parks and stuff like that. It's awesome, and it's a great documentary, and it has great moments with dinosaurs and stuff like that as they're building there's certain attractions that have dinosaur elements in them, and it's really cool to see these things get transported and stuff like that. So if you're into dinosaurs, right, I think this is even still a good platform. You got Jeff Goldblum, and this is going to be a series, so a bunch of episodes, and who knows, if people are liking it, maybe we'll get a second season or something like that. And
right,
The Mandalorian, come on, I mean that's enough to hook you as well.
It's so good.
It is so good, dude. It's so awesome.
It's so good. But I mean, even for we talk about Star Wars here all the time on the podcast because somehow that translates to like how poorly Jurassic is handling its stuff.
Yep.
This is the first place that you can get all the Star Wars movies in 4K if that's something that's really, really important to you.
It is.
So this is like the exclusive place to get, especially those older ones in 4K.
Yeah.
You have to
McClunky.
deal with some changes. Yeah, you have to deal with some changes again, but they're there in 4K if you want them.
Yeah, and don't miss it. It's pretty awesome. I literally have almost not stopped using it, like streaming it almost every night. I kind of forgot about Netflix for a little while and normal TV, and I was literally just watching Disney Plus. So yeah, and the difference between this and Netflix is these things pop up on a week-to-week basis or whenever they have the episodes. Sometimes they're just like randomly, like sporadically released.
Right.
But yeah, this is a great service. You get to watch Jeff Goldblum there, so go give it a watch. And that wraps up our list.
That does. That's awesome.
I know there's been a lot of chatter in the live chat. I have not paid any attention. I'm sorry if anybody was in there talking about anything or not, but oh my gosh, yes, there's a lot of conversation going on. Oh, hey guys, what's up? I forgot you were here. This is happening all live, isn't it?
Genozoic Artist says, he says at me, genius. I fully recommend Sega Jurassic Park and Sega Jurassic Park Rampage Edition, especially that one for the Sega. So that's cool. Let's see, quickly reading through The Lost World on PS1, and that's an amazing Giacchino score. That's right. Michael Giacchino, that was his first big break, was doing the score for the PS1, The Lost World. So, even just that alone, you can even buy that soundtrack on its own. It's phenomenal. Like I have it as part of my Jurassic Park soundtrack collection. It's pretty great. People wanting a Jurassic TV show, I think, is what we all want.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got going on in
the
chat.
Genozoic Artist mentioned Dr. Malcolm, the red-nosed tattoo with the flare in the middle of his face.
Oh yeah. Okay, I was like, wait, is that a spoiler?
No. Yeah, he got a tattoo of a flare on his nose.
reading through the chat.
Oh, Jacob Arnold here says, I've actually heard some people don't even know there's a Jurassic Park fandom. I guess just how unaware and misinformed the average person is to the JP franchise. That's fair, you know. That doesn't
It's
relate to
fair,
this
but
at all, but
Universal doesn't help itself.
yeah,
So, you
yeah,
know,
there could be
if
like a
Universal,
nicer like creation of a fan base, but it's all on the fans right now.
yeah, it totally is. Totally agree. Let's see. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, some Jurassic Raptor here, but is Battle at Big Rock going to get a Blu-ray or 4K release or inclusion as a special feature on a future box set? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I wish I
It
knew.
needs to have. I cannot believe that I cannot go into iTunes and buy that right now.
I
I can't
actually,
believe it.
I literally like when I was making up my list, I went on iTunes and I typed in Battle at Big Rock, and a few podcasts came up, and that was it. And I was like, well, at least we showed up on there, I guess. But
I guess.
like, there, it's crazy to me that you can't buy this. What
I
is
know.
going on? What is the plan for this thing? I have no idea. I
You know
really
what?
wish.
They'll stick it on the bonus features of the next Jurassic World movie. I like literally think that's all
Look,
it's gonna be, which really stinks because that means it doesn't get its own artwork. It just it
I
totally
get it.
deserves its own disc at least.
But that's no reason to buy another DVD. Like that's not incentive, like a bonus
Right.
feature
No,
or
no, no.
something.
It needs to be its own like
Yeah,
$10 or $5 like release.
it's free right now.
I,
It's free.
well, it's
So
free on YouTube, sure.
yeah,
But like
but I'm saying like
if
there's
I want
no
it like integrated into my collection.
sure, but that I would rather buy the single like digital or 4K Blu-ray or whatever it is uh
Right.
versus like having a box set that the only different thing is that I get this short. Like I want to own it individually so I can put it with my other
Yeah.
digital codes and or whatever, So
But I'm not gonna lie. If it did come out and they said like, "Hey, exclusive in this box set, Battle at Big Rock," I hate to say it, man, that's enough to push me over.
I know it
Like I
is.
would buy
You
the box
bought
set
the
again.
you bought the garbage artwork.
I bought
So
the
yeah,
garbage
man.
one, so yeah,
It's not saying much.
that's totally fair. Totally, I'm a sucker. That's what that's saying.
Yeah, the Genozoic artist here says that shirt design rocks. I like that. I like that. Rice and
Let's
Nelson, I'm
see.
reading the Lost World novel. It's great so far. Is this your first time reading that? That's awesome. It is
Oh,
great.
it's so good. It's so good. And what I totally suggest doing after you're done reading them, because you should read them, right, to get your own feel.
Yeah.
Get like a an Audible subscription for like I think like $10 a month, and you can
Yeah.
collect for 2 months. You pay and you get both Jurassic Park and The Lost World on a bridge, and you get to keep those when you cancel your Audible subscription.
Hmm.
So, like I listen to those in cycles. Like I've listened to them more now that I own them on audio than I have like ever read them. And I think I've read each one of the books like 3 or 4 times,
Yeah.
and I've listened to the Audible like another 4 or 5 times
Yeah.
beyond that. So I love it. It's
Yeah,
great.
it's well worth I would just it's tough cuz it's not worth I forget
They're
what
not
the
worth their
pricing.
full price. They're
Yeah.
like $50. They're like crazy expensive.
Yeah, they're too much money like on their own, but for the 14.95 or whatever it is, like I guess that's not too bad. But yeah, I tend to like use mine for like the full price items, so it's
Yeah,
tough.
totally.
But
Of course.
yeah, that's a good one. Let's see here. Dresseraptor here says, "Road trip, let's all go to Providence, Rhode Island. Dunkin'
Right on.
Donuts Center, we're coming for you."
We got Dunkin' Donuts in Michigan. I can get them. Let's see. I'm trying to read something else here. LGP Morley. Genesis Arctics. Actually, I'm sure Universal has heard us about how they should handle JP more like Star Wars, and they'll be adding McClunky into Jeff Goldblum's lines before long. That's probably true.
Probably.
Or maybe they'll like take out guns in Jurassic Park because
Uh,
those are or something. I don't know.
yeah. Yeah.
Bonnie Fassbender. I love Battle at Big Rock, and I love the Allosaurus. Yeah, the Allosaurus was really cool. I dug it. I thought it was a bit big, but honestly, like I'm not like
Yeah.
too like big into like I don't need them to be like super scientifically accurate. In fact, I kind of prefer that they're not. So
Sure.
like the size didn't bother me in the sense that like an Allosaurus isn't that big. I thought it was just really big because I kind of want the T-Rex to be the big predator, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, but I mean, like, think of how massive that is. So that certainly, I think, would still overshadow that
You
big
think so?
Allosaurus. I think so, man. I think, like, think of that volcano shot from Fallen Kingdom. Like, how massive was it in that shot?
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know, and the Carnotaurus right there was certainly a smaller dinosaur, and I think the Allosaurus would probably be in between there somewhere. This Allosaurus.
So wait, what's this? What's this Jurassic World employee handbook? Is that
Um,
is it a thing? Do we know about that? That's from Jacob Arnold. Is that
I
something that
think
we can like?
isn't that like a Lego thing?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I thought this year's Legos were actually kind of disappointing. There was like one set that I'd be interested in getting. Um, but overall I was kind of let down. I was even kind of let down
Oh
with like the
no.
actual Fallen Kingdom sets.
Uh-huh.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. All right, Ryan Nelson, have a good one.
Yeah, it's actually no, it's not a Lego thing. It's yeah, something else. Here, I'll push it forward here. Oh, it's like off to the side there, of course. Let's fix that a little bit. All right. So, yeah, it's just I guess it's a replica journal, huh? I have seen it before, but yeah,
Hmm.
I know somebody asked if this is canon or anything, but I would certainly not say it's canon. I have never read it, but I would say it's probably not.
I
Um,
mean, yeah, if officially scripted and approved things can't be canon, I doubt this book that probably only shares licensing. I doubt it's canon. I'm sure it's a good read.
yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
it might you would totally be into. So,
Yeah, I'm sure it has
uh,
elements of
pretty
canon,
exciting.
stuff that
Yeah,
is true to
definitely.
canon for sure, but I don't know. I can't say for sure, but so I'm assuming somebody wrote in this. Let's see, two pictures of me in one book. I'm flattered. Who's that? Owen wrote that, I guess. Two pictures of me in one book. I'm flattered. Did he write
Owen.
that? Owen would put that smiley face on there. I don't know about that.
No.
That was like more like Seth Rogen, that laugh. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting information here. Wow, our visitors per day average is under capacity. Must keep you up at night, Claire. If only
Oh,
folks knew how many dinosaurs there actually are on this island. Oh man, some inside scoop there, Owen. Telling us that all the
showing
numbers
the secrets.
are inaccurate. Thanks,
Showing
Owen.
the secrets. Yeah.
That's
Actually,
that's just an excuse to do whatever they want in the future, you know?
I dig this one. I'm almost wondering if like I kind of think I like the one that came with the Telltale game, which isn't canon, but I like that employee handbook. I think a
Sure.
little bit better. It's got like field guide, like illustrations and stuff in it. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Um, so if you can like find that on eBay, maybe that's worth like checking out for the holidays. Totally worth it. Also, you just what I'm seeing now, there's that render of that Mosasaurus, which is like a model they built. I hate that thing. I hate that model of the
Yeah.
Mosasaurus. You're probably way past it now,
No,
but
I know I went back to it, but I feel like it kind of looks like the toy.
well,
Um,
yeah, because the toy was based off this model.
yeah, yeah, it looks pretty identical.
Yeah.
Aside from the tail, maybe, but I don't mind it. Yeah, Mosasaurus is one of those things that just shifts constantly, like everything else, I guess, like the
Yeah.
Allosaurus, like the T Rex.
Jacob Arnold says at Jurassic Park podcast, you didn't really do a good Owen impression. I would say that's probably true, except for I think it was pretty accurate for the terrible Lego version of Owen. So
Hey, well, you know what, Jacob? You know, you know what,
no one.
man? I could straight up boot you from the chat, but I'm not gonna. Um,
Let's
but yeah,
see.
that's pretty much all we got for you guys anyway. So we
Yeah,
might
that's
as
all
well
we got.
end it on my bad Owen impersonations. So apologies, everybody. I know I just ruined the entire thing. Um, yeah, I think there was
All right.
a good list, man. A good list. Hope
Yeah.
everybody
Did we?
enjoyed that.
Was this as good, if not better, than our previous list where we just did the audio only? Would you say?
I think this is a new, interesting take on it, and I really like it. To be honest, I think this is a fun one. This is fun. Like
All right.
actually
Fair enough.
having the visuals to go along with it, because usually we're just describing things versus, people can actually see the things here, and maybe our mouths are not lining up with the audio, and mine looks like it's even off for some odd reason, but who knows? Let's get this thing done and
totally.
fade out here with the music. And I want to thank everybody for following along tonight and staying up extra late as we were dealing with some audio issues and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been fun. I like our list. Also, you know what?
Clayton just showed up.
Oh, hey,
Bye,
Clayton. Bye, Clayton. You know what I'm gonna do right now for you guys? I'm gonna sit here. Oh, wow, I completely zoomed in on this website here. I'm gonna go to our website right now. I have the holiday gift guide for you. I have all the links. I have everything there ready for you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna publish that for you. So I'm publishing that right now. Go to JurassicParkPodcast.com. I'll actually show it here right on the website for you, or right on the live stream for you. Bring it up. Yeah. All right. So let's go over to back into the podcast here. We're over at the website. There it is. It's live. The holiday gift guide is on our website, so go check it out. So if you missed Clayton, if you missed everything we did here, you can go ahead and just look at our lists right here, so you can see my picks and the images and all the links and everything right here. And Aaron's picks right there. You got all the images as well, and all the links and prices. And yes, this is good. So share this around online, on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you want.
It's really bad. You're like, dude, I need your pictures. For what? What are you talking about? It's really nice. Thanks, man.
Every year we got to have it up on the website for those who aren't listening or this year watching. So we got it up there, and it's live. So I published that right for you guys right now. So thank you guys. So much for tuning in. Go to JurassicParkPodcast.com. Check out the gift guide, everything else we got going on over there. Like I mentioned earlier on in the episode or video, our episode this week, the Jurassic Mailbag, go listen to that, the final one for 2019. It's crazy. 2019 is almost over here, and the Jurassic Mailbag is done for the year. We'll pick that back up in 2020 with all your voicemails and emails and everything else. So Aaron, I want to thank you so much for joining. You're like, hey, what's up? You talking to me now?
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me here tonight, and dealing with the issues with the video and sending me pictures and everything like that. Thank you, man.
Hey, but thank you for having me on. This is really cool. I like doing this every year. We talked about maybe not doing it or doing it separately or something, but I enjoy getting together and doing it. One, That's what the holidays are all about.
Yeah.
And two, it's Jurassic. How can we not have fun doing that?
Yeah, it's a little glitchy, but I think our viewers are okay with it. So we'll get by. We'll figure it out as we go along. This is the first attempt at many, I'm sure. So thank you guys so much for sticking around for this one. Really appreciate it. Go to, like I said, our website. Go to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Download the podcast. What else we got? We got Twitter at Jurassic Park Pod. You can find us on Facebook. Just search for the Jurassic Park Podcast. We also do have a Facebook group. And Aaron, I know you love the Facebook group so much, and how often people are not answering the questions.
I love the Facebook group. There's just 2 questions you have to answer. An actor from Jurassic Park